Hello, I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2021 AICR conference. Wendy and I are happy to be co-chairs for this meeting. Of course, working with many people who have made this possible. I would especially like to thank the AICR team and members of the planning committee who have worked really hard to make this an exciting meeting. This conference has really been 2 years in the making with lots of twists and turns. We initially had been hoping to make it an in-person event, but a certain virus had different ideas. So I guess the only virus we need to worry about now is a computer virus. But despite the hurdles, we tried our best to make this a fantastic program. I know many of you attended AICR conferences before. I'd like to welcome you again and also welcome the newcomers who are in for a treat. Personally, the AICR conference is my favorite by far, and the only one I attend regularly. I really don't like traveling. The AICR conference is the only one dedicated entirely to lifestyle and cancer, covering basic science to clinical issues, prevention, and survivorship. Anyway, we try to organize a meeting addressing some of the most intriguing aspects of the current research in diet, nutrition, physical activity, and cancer. One of the things I've always enjoyed about the AICR conference is that it nicely balances cutting edge topics, scientific rigor with practicality. Although I find the underlying science fascinating, at the end of the day, I'm a fairly practical person. What is most important is what we can tell people, clinicians, and relevant organizations, what they can do, how to prevent cancer, how to improve their life after a diagnosis, and how to do it. But the basis of our conclusions and recommendations depends on how we evaluate the large body of evidence, say what we can confidently, but not overstate the strength of evidence. So in this spirit, we actually kick off the meeting with a session that really underpins the essence of what the AICR and many of us do, which is assessing the strength of evidence. I'm sure you've looked at the agenda. I just want to point out the diversity of topics and the fantastic group of speakers. Very briefly, the array of topics extends from lifestyle impacts of immunotherapy and lifestyle manipulation of the tumor environment. We also have a session devoted specifically on what we can tell our patients. There is a session discussing what we know about cancers on the rise, which distressingly are occurring disproportionately in younger people. It's particularly important to understand what lifestyle factors are the basis of this rise. Because we can't monopolize your time in the same way that we can when we gather in person, we've spread the conference out over satellite sessions. On November 10th, we have a session entitled Lifestyle Assessments in the Real World, Innovation to Implementation to Impact. And November 17th, we have a session on dietary patterns and cancer research. Dietary patterns are studied more and more in relation to cancer and how they ultimately, dietary patterns, how we ultimately convey recommendations. So they're an increasingly relevant topic. We've really tried to identify the best speakers we knew for the various topics. And with very, very few exceptions, the targeted speakers graciously agreed. Although I would have, of course, preferred an in-person meeting, a side benefit of the remote meeting format is that there's more flexibility for potential speakers and less travel conflicts. So that actually helps in ensuring the main persons who are identified to speak could attend. So that was really helpful in that regard. Please also don't.
I want to jump in and also say that the online venue also afforded a lot of other people to join the conference. So among our attendees, which number in the hundreds. So thank you for joining us today. We have faculty members, researchers, physicians, physician assistants, dietitians, and also students. And as Ed had mentioned, we are really lucky to have some of the leaders in the field who have been here a long time, like Ed and myself, who have been here in the field a long time, as well as some really exciting newcomers. And so you're going to hear a venue of different people speaking and that bring expertise in this area. And we just want to thank your attendance. So far, what we have seen is we've seen attendees coming as far away as Taiwan, Australia, France, Italy, Sweden. So we're really excited that you're here to join us, and we encourage you to ask questions throughout the conference. We'll be monitoring those and hopefully have a chance to answer all of your questions. So please weigh in. Back to you, Ed.
Well, thanks, Wendy. Yeah, thanks. That's you made a lot of great points there. In fact, the only few things I wanted to add is keep in mind the poster sessions. They're this afternoon and Wednesday, I believe. So you can figure. I'll have to figure out exactly how to get on poster sections. It's not like in the good old days, we just would get our 2 tickets for alcoholic beverages, but I suppose you can just get it from your refrigerator or a cabinet this time. So you don't need a ticket. But yeah, so don't forget the poster sessions. And also tomorrow, there's a lunchtime presentation, Dr. Daniel Rosenberg talking about potential manipulation of the gut microbiome in cancer prevention. And gut microbiome is always a great topic over lunch. So any other points you want? Sorry, any other points you want to make, Wendy?
Yeah, alpha diversity is a real good topic over lunch. I agree. So we really do value your participation. We value the fact that you've joined us today. And I think you're going to find a star-studded host of speakers today that can really inform clinical practice as well as your research. So be on the lookout for that. But like I said, I really do encourage you to come in person to the very next session of the AICR. It is a tremendous venue, and we're really hoping that it'll be in person the next time, next year.
Great. So Nigel is, I think that's what we want to say. And I think Deirdre will have a message now.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the American Institute for Cancer Research's 2021 Research Conference. I am Deirdre McGinley-Geyser, the Executive Vice President of AICR, and I could not be more excited to have the privilege of speaking with you all for a few minutes today as we kick off this long-awaited conference. I know that we are joined today by many old friends who have worked with us at AICR over the years in very different capacities: research grant program, conference and symposium planning, advocating on the Hill, presenting to different audiences using our programs in clinics, and sharing materials with your clients. It's so nice to have you with us. We also have new faces in our virtual audience, including many international attendees who might not have been able to attend if we had been in person. And we very much hope that you will soon become old friends of AICR too. And I encourage you to get in touch and learn more about us as an organization and our work as you participate in this conference. Well, just like everyone else, 2020 put an unfortunate hold on our plans. But here we are today, offering a world-class virtual experience for you all. And we can offer this because of our outstanding program committee, who pivoted not once, but twice throughout this whole experience, and have developed a truly timely, diverse, and provocative program that represents the high quality work being done to advance this broad cancer and lifestyle field that we all work in, whether it be in the lab, in the clinic, or in our communities. The committee is led by our stellar chairs, Dr. DeMark Wanfried from the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and Dr. Edward Giovannucci from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. Our other equally impressive committee members are Dr. Catherine Schmitz from the Pennsylvania State University, Dr. Neil Iyengar from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, Dr. Melissa Hudson from St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, Dr. Eric Nelson from University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, and Dr. Jeffrey Meyerhart from Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. I want to sincerely thank them for their expertise, their enthusiasm, and their sheer staying power. I would also like to thank all the presenters and speakers who you will hear from over the next few days. We appreciate you sharing your research and insights with us all through this conference. Now, even in the virtual world, there are a few housekeeping items. Our platform is easy to navigate, whether you're using a desktop or the app. All the icons should be visible on the navigation bar, and everything and everyone is literally just a click away. I invite you to take advantage of it and connect with us and with others. You can access the list of attendees. You can send and request online business cards. You can set up a time to meet or chat with anyone and use the meeting room. And please click on the event feed where there will be lots of chatter about the presentations. In the exhibit hall, there's an AICR help desk with handy how-to videos and information, and an AICR advocacy booth, along with others provided by our sponsors, which we hope you will explore. And of course, please visit the posters during the 2 poster sessions. Some of our poster presenters have recorded videos, but all have shared their abstracts. Just click on the poster button on the navigation bar. They will be very happy to share more through the virtual chat button. We're especially happy to see many of our grantees presenting posters. It's so rewarding to see the research evolve from a proposal to a project to presented and published research. All these features will remain available to you during the conference, including through the satellite sessions on the 10th and 17th of November, and all sessions will be available on demand for 6 months afterwards. Let me touch on one more thing about the virtual landscape. Social media is almost easier to engage with, so please do. Those of you who are active on Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever your preference is, please use the hashtag AICR2021 in your posts. We've provided a social media kit. It's posted in the event feed, and it makes it even easier to make a post. We would love to hear the chatter on our hashtag. That's AICR2021. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great conference.